Hello, my name is Dr. Robert Leahy. I'm the director of the American Institute for Cognitive Therapy in New York City, and I'm a clinical professor of psychology in the psychiatry department at Weill Cornell Medical College in New York City. I'm the author of a new book called If Only: Finding Freedom from Regret, which I hope you have a chance to read because I think the book will be informative, interesting, and helpful, and will help you not only have fewer regrets or be less hijacked by your regrets, but I think it'll also help you make better decisions. In my book, the very first question I ask is, what good is regret? If you're like most people, you probably tend to view regret in a very negative light as an emotion that goes hand in hand with shame and disappointment. But it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be such a negative thing. In fact, regret can actually be a good thing. Regret can be a powerful tool for self-knowledge and change. And in my book, I try to show you how to use powerful tools based on the principles of cognitive behavior therapy to use regret to your advantage. I also dispel some commonly held beliefs about regret, like these three. First, you should have known. Should have, could have, would have. Such a common part of regret. When you regret something you did or did not do, you assume that you had some control over the outcome, that you knew what would happen, and you should have known, and you could have done something different. But this is only an assumption, and it's also often an inaccurate and irrational assumption. In reality, we were making decisions with limited knowledge and control. Remembering this is an important key to letting go of the self-criticism. The second thing that feeds regret is the idea that you are making it difficult to make decisions, is that you think, I have to feel ready to make a decision. I have to feel ready for this commitment. I have to feel ready to make this change. I often say to people, just imagine if you saw me walking up and down the sidewalk in front of my office. And you came up to me and you said, gee, Bob, why are you walking up and down? What are you looking for? Looks like you're looking back and forth. Well, I respond, I'm waiting to feel ready to go into my office. I'm waiting for the motivation to show up. You would think that was a pretty irrational thing. Many people believe that they have to feel ready and like it's the right time to make a decision. But waiting to feel ready may keep you from making a rational decision. Waiting for the feeling that it's the right time or that your head is in the right place is basing your decision on a feeling and not necessarily on the facts. This is an example of emotional reasoning, the belief that you have to have a certain emotion in order to make the right decision. And keep in mind, as you're waiting, you're passing up opportunities. For example, a man who was waiting to feel ready to make a commitment might lose the opportunity to marry the person that he wants to marry because that person may have decided to give up on them. The third is what I call the myth of the Holy Grail, or the idea that you should lead an ideal life. A lot of us suffer from this idealization. If you're like a lot of people, you may feel that you should be happy all the time. Your relationship should be wonderful, and your work should always be fulfilling and never boring. This is called existential perfectionism, and it's a big part of why people feel dissatisfaction and regret in their lives. The truth is that there is no secret key to unlock a perfect life. Life was not designed for you to be happy and fulfilled. In fact, it wasn't designed at all. It's what happens to you, and it's what you choose to make happen for yourself and others that matters. Life is up to you and the choices that you make. Now, regrets are one part of a full life. It's hard to imagine living a life without having regrets. It's like having a full closet of clothes, and once in a while you try on the jacket that's filled with regrets, and this doesn't feel comfortable. But you have a choice. You can put it back in the closet, and then you can try on other possibilities, other ideas, and other behaviors. There's always another way of looking at it and another way of acting. I hope you find these ideas helpful and I hope that you can see how they apply to your life. It's my goal in my book, If Only Finding Freedom from Regret, to teach you how to make regret work for you instead of against you. So thanks for listening, and I hope to hear from you.